This video is brought to you by Blue Guardian, the only prop firm that protects their traders. Righty-ho, folks, we've got Andre Stewart here in the house from all the way over there in Sacramento. Welcome back to the show, Andre. It's been such a long time.
It has. That's my bad because I wanted to go into hiding. You know why, but I'm back. No more hiding.
Well, look, I think folks are going to have a wee treat today. We've only just heard from your mentor, your old mentor, Daniel Chung, who helped you out way back in the day. And if you guys want to go and check out those older episodes, they're all over there. He's been on the show again. You're on the show again. What are you going to show the guys today?
So, in a bout of frustration with, let's just call it what it is, a trading community, I wanted to put something out there that's tangible, something that someone can put on their charts and duplicate it. Essentially, it's a lesson on how I see liquidity. You know, most people think liquidity stops. I'm going to attempt to prove them wrong in this video.
Awesome. Well, look, what I was quite blown away with, because I watched it first of all, and then I watched it again, and I realized when I watched it the second time that Andre had actually doubled the account in probably, I think it was a 6-month period of backtesting. So we've got a 25-minute video that Andre's recorded. We're going to hit into that right now and give you guys a wee treat, and you're going to learn the approach that he takes as well. So thank you again, Andre. Let's jump into the video.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, Cam.
Our sponsor, Blue Guardian, is the only prop firm that gives their traders a tool to protect them from hitting their max daily loss and over trading. It's super simple to use. Just set the Guardian Protector each day from your dashboard. Did you also know that they've just released an unlimited time evaluation with a 0 trading days requirement, giving you plenty of time to hit their low 8 and 4% targets, making it super fast to get funded. Plus, it's cheaper than the 40-day time limit evaluation. Check out the link and coupon in the description to get 10% off your next Blue Guardian evaluation.
I want to give something to the trading community. And Cam, I'm not going to swear in this video, promise. So I want to give something to the trading community because, you know, everyone's coming out with a lot of, I'm not trying to be contrarian for the sake of being contrarian. It's just, I know you can do more with less, and I'm going to show you. So essentially what this is going to be is a back test. I'm going to show you how I find high probability supply demand zones. Now, I don't use this method anymore. This is why I'm just like, all right, I'm just going to give it away, right? In case I do walk away, I know I've put something out there that at least one person is going to find some value in. Why the Fibonacci chart? Well, it's not just one thing. And to understand liquidity, supply, demand, the terms are interchangeable because liquidity is not stop losses. Let me tell you, liquidity is limit orders. There's mechanics behind it, right? How is it made? Essentially, liquidity is limit orders and they're resting orders, and liquidity absorbs market orders. That's what it is. Most retail traders trade at market, but not trading into where the limit orders sit. Let's go. Hopefully this is not an epic failure. So pause. So now I'm going to pay most of my attention to the 4-hour chart because this is really what I do. I don't often look at any other chart other than the 4-hour chart and the 1 hour 30 usually. Now, my key areas I'm going to roll here are in here. Okay, why here? New low, and this is where we made a new high. The trend, the actual trend is overwhelmingly long. Any short is probably just a retracement, and we'll try to catch some of them. But what you'll see is I'm going to put most of my focus on the actual trend. So we want to come here. Why do we want to come here? Because this is where the bull run, well, you can see we were bullish all up here, but this is where the bull run continued from. And oftentimes market comes back to these levels. So let's do this. Now, I'm not a high risk trader by any stretch of the imagination. I don't do that. It's not my style. I just believe you can do more with less. So we'll go 1 entry, 2, nothing crazy. Now, the goal for this is going to be able to get these entries into here. That is the goal. And we don't know what's going to happen, right? Because you can see now the market's moving off of demand. But now we have to eat up this demand in order for the market to go lower. Because you hear a lot of times these people say, oh, the market needs to do this, it needs to do that. It needs to deal with liquidity, supply, demand, whatever. As you notice, it does not deal in a straight line. It deals in between. So the upside and downside is when trading zones like this, you can go in and tweak them and precision would be right in here, right? That would be the more precise area right in there. But again, that's one of the pitfalls. 2-zone trading is the risk. But again, you can dive down into the lower time frames, find the zone within the zone. So now we got to do something with this. And again, you can scalp this shit too. Sorry, Gamma Curse. You can scalp these too because look at the response off of it, right? What did it wick? It wicked about 40 pips. Like, what? But you got to be aware now. The market's still dealing with supply. Boom, breaks down. Next, here we've hit here twice, so there might not be much. But again, it's scalpable, right? It went, what's this, 2030? Like, it's scalpable. Oh God, that's gonna be the thumbnail. Me saying scalpable, but supply is still in control. Now, all these zones here, they've been hit, they've been wicked. I don't care about them. I'm not gonna touch them. Our focus is going to be, we're gonna clone this. I would argue closer to here instead of here, because you can see we have the demand pocket wicks it, so it could slip a little lower, and it could be a thing too if we went to like a lower time frame, we would see some demand in here. Okay, that's done. I don't have liquidity anywhere else. So now pause. Don't have liquidity anywhere else. What does that mean? That means use the low. It's the low, right? And let's tackle the manipulation subject, right? People think that the market's supposed to do one thing, make highs go high, go low. You want to sell a high, buy a low. Like I get it, but it's not how it works. It's the strength of the liquidity that matters, right? Because people start saying, "Oh, the market's manipulated because it wicked this low." No, it's not. The selling pressure from here was strong enough to make a new low, telling you that supply is still in control. That's not it. All right. So next sellable level is I would look into here. And I know there's one right here, but again, I look for them at key levels. We'll get rid of this. This isn't. And look here. So you see, we made a new low, right? Here, this is a daily low. You can see we hit that. So we'll attempt this short again right there. And again, the movement off the zone alone is enough for you to scalp some pips out of it, right? And again, I'm a swing trader by nature, so I'm not interested in the scalps. Again, there's no right, no wrong. Bam, freaking amazing. Now this needs to make a new low in order for me to hold it, but I can already see that there's a pocket of demand right here that could prevent that from happening. All right, hold that. I'll explain. Low price right here, high price here. And you can see this little, there's probably some supply in here on the lower time frame that we can't see. You can see a little line chart pause and move. There's probably something there. Probably a new spike, close that last trade. Hits there. Now let's see what we do with this. Now, same thing. This needs to make a new low here. And that will just tell us if supply is still in control of the market. Not yet. New low. Okay. That's fine. But when we dip down into here, because this is where the trend continued, this is where we're gonna go long. Now we can attempt to go short in this zone here. Look at the 4. We'll try it. Let's try it. Because I sold it here because on the 4-hour we're already in the zone. In here. And on the 1 hour it's something like that.
Right, folks, I'm here at the Black Bull Markets headquarters up in Auckland, New Zealand, and I'm standing in front of their whiskey bar. Now, if you like that kind of selection, you're going to love their 26,000 tradable assets from Forex, cryptos, indices, stocks, you name it, they've got it. So, folks, go and check them out at blackbullmarkets.com or click the link under the video or in the card above.
Now, in order for this trade to be valid, this has to wick beneath here. Nice, very nice. So now we're super close to that zone. Get rid of that. This trade here, gonna close like 90% of it. And we'll load up long in our zone. So look, you don't need heavy risk, excuse me, to make money. You just need an understanding of the best possible places to trade, essentially. So as soon as it hits our zone, we'll go long. Now the problem with the long is there's a lot of bearish liquidity in price now, but when trends are strong, it's not going to matter. Just touch it. Just touch it. There we go. Good entry. Very solid. Now, where are we looking for this to come back to? It's probably going to run into here, right? Because we made a new low from there. And it's okay, grinding into here. We can break this down into two workable zones, right? Again, you don't need to, well, I'm not going to add anything. But we can, we hit here a couple times. And here as well. This is relatively clean, so let's see. And again, don't really sweat it. You were understanding that the risk of this zone was heavy, and again, down into here. And so you see how the sellers get gobbled up in here. I like that. You can't take another entry, but again, it's, oops, I did not mean to press it. Good Lord. So now it's coming into here. Right, you see the power of this, right? Of knowing where the zones are. So now we've been into here a few times. Don't necessarily know if it's going to hold. Right? So slips past. We're going to look here. I'm going to get rid of this one here, number 6. Because again, that was a higher sell. Just dump that shit. Now, there's a higher probability that there's still some liquidity in here. And where's the market going to put it? My thought initially is here. But these are short-term. You can take these little short-term ins and outs. When you're trading like this, nothing wrong with it. That's it. I'm just going to treat it like a scalp and watch it go like super. All right, that's fine. I think it's going for here. I'm going to get rid of this because it's not relevant. A lot of demand here, but it's not sitting on anything significant. It's just kind of hanging out. So I don't trade those. This would be a better one. I don't want to buy in here. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, I think it's in here. Now let's try it. Again, we're just going to look for a move out. Yep, very nice. And we can look for a move to the most recent supply, which could be in here. Part of trading too, man, is not being scared to win or lose. Like it's because it's going to happen. Right. All right, cool. That's good enough. And that's again, that's why I'm saying it's good enough because now I'm fighting demand. I don't want to fight demand. If I'm taking anything against where I think because like here, that this is where the trend started. It's short lived. It's short lived. So now we're in here. We can try it. Let's try it. Oh, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Just touch it. Bam. And yet not everyone's gonna work out. I hope this doesn't work out so you guys can see it. It works out. Oh, goodness gracious. I'll hold it because I don't think it does. Okay, back into that demand down in here. I'll close it. Because again, in my eyes, demand is what's running it right now. I'm not gonna keep, I won't buy in here because we've been in here a few times. But now supply is leaving very nice supply zones. You gotta be careful with that too. Let's extend this out. Now, again, we need to convincingly break the low. Not convinced. So now, what do you think people are seeing? And this is where conventional knowledge, you can use it against. Conventional knowledge fails. And those people in my course, they know that. Right? You say, oh, trend line. When you see this, it's game on. Like this level is not going to hold. Because what this is, it's not showing you strength. And again, I know there's traders out there that can use trend lines. No knock, right? If it makes you money at the end of the day, the week, the month, the year, the quarter, go for it. I support that. But this traditional stuff doesn't work because what this is showing you is I'm grabbing liquidity, supply, demand, whatever it is. Now, this is probably going to make a new high. Well, that's what I want. I want this to come up to here to show that the trend has strength. Because without the new high, we're not going to know. Well, we will know, but it just becomes harder. So here, this demand is nice. Not too, see how these are kind of wicky. This is kind of solid. This is nice. Potential could you buy here? Yeah, you could, but it's been in here too. It's been in these lows a little too much for me. That's just my taste. Now, don't sell the trend line. See that? And you can see supply still going, but again, you may see these, but now this needs to break this low. It needs to close beneath. And you see there's a zone beneath the low. This is common of what I don't know how to say it, so I sound like a jerk, but this is common of what the traditional mindset thinks is manipulation. No, you bought into liquidity and you got stopped out when you should have just bought inside of the zone. Now, this is a hard zone to buy. You would have to go into like a lower time frame and find nice, clean demand inside of the demand. Because if you were looking for another buy opportunity, it would be closer to here. Because we're probably going to clear this zone out. Because it's just been in here. So you should probably wick that zone. Let's try. Look at that perfect trend line. But you can see how it was scalpable, right? I'm not gonna say that word. You could see how you could have been able to scalp some of these, but essentially the trend usually wins. I see on a lot of my Zooms, trends tend to intensify.
Folks, if you're looking for an automated trade journal or trade copier, then check out my sponsor, Swift Journal. They connect to your MetaTrader 4 or 5 broker or prop firm and give you amazing insights into your trading. To get 20% off, click the link in the description and use coupon code TRADINGNUT.
So now our goal is we're going to get rid of trade number 5 because that's at risk. We need this to make a new high. This entry here needs to make a new high. It doesn't, we're then I'm going to go to sleep. I am sleepy now. This zone, been in here a lot. Take at your own risk. It's not something I would do. You see, it gives you a response, right? Because again, this is powerful. Oh, what happened to the stops up here? Nah, it's not. It's not it. That's not it. The trend wins. If you only understood, the trend freaking wins. So like even in here, trend line break, right? But essentially, there's demand in here. I'm not going to buy it. I missed it anyway. Now, this needs to break above here. If it doesn't, it's no good. I don't want to say it's no good, but it's probably going to work the zone if it doesn't. See? Base over here. I'm not concerned with going long in that zone. I'm not concerned with the short because the shorts aren't making any new lows. And we're looking for this high. And the bids will probably exhaust in the attempt to find some bullish liquidity. Fills up the key level. That's fine. But you see why it fell, right? There's supply right there. Looked at zone's not good. Potential zone here. Been in that zone a little bit too much. I was say we're probably going to spike it. Hit this high so I can go to sleep. See that? Cleared out this zone finally. Because again, what did we do? We took the supply in here, ran it to demand. This is all the market does. Right? What's one of the main components that the market does? I'm not going to say it's all. Market does a lot, but bam, it's the high. And again, it's proof you don't need a lot of information to trade. You just need to know your high probability area. You don't need to go, again, I'm not knocking that either, but you don't need to go throughout history to find zones to trade. It's just price at the end of the day. All right, guys, I am going to decide whether I need to close this GU short, but I'll chat with you guys later. I hope this was helpful. If you need to reach me, I don't know if I'm still going to be mentoring. This is part of me thinking of walking away from mentoring because people kind of suck and I'm tired of dealing with people and I could use the time to spend with my children and my wife doing cool stuff. But I love the trading community and I wanted to give you this because I know it works very well. Oh, the weakness of this method before I go. It's highs and lows. When we make a fresh high, when we make a fresh low, sometimes liquidity flips. Let me give you an example. So let's say we're moving off demand, and boom, here you go, we make a new high. Oh, there's still demand. Oh, there's a little bit of demand, right? Oh, a little bit of demand. Market needs to do something with it, right? Until it makes like a new low, and then the process, I don't want to say it starts over again. It starts over again. It's just the market needs to do something with supply and demand. It's all. It's just dealing. All right, guys. You can visit the website chartartisttrading.com and inquire if you want. I'll get back to you and let you know if I am or if I'm not. But yeah, that's what I got. I truly hope this was helpful. And again, you don't need any of these crazy things. You just need to understand the history of trade. If you guys like this, I'll do another one. I'll do another one on the history of trade. Because no, I'll just tell you, because a lot of this is, we'll let this run. Let me clear up my drawing. Annotate, clear all drawings. We'll let that run and we'll take some profit out of our trade. Same rule, about 80%. So again, I don't know if I said this, the history of trade. The history of trade is kind of cool because there wasn't always trading charts. Gann and Livermore, who's one of my favorite traders, they handwrote their charts. Part of the reason why we have charts today. But essentially, when there were no charts, all they had was newspapers. What they would do is they would meet with their brokers in coffee shops or wherever, give the brokers the orders. Even back then, 92 to 97% of traders failed. It hasn't changed. So they meet with their brokers, and the brokers would take their orders and deliver them to the market, right? Deliver them to the market. Now, the invention of stock exchanges. When you see these guys in the pits, they're all yelling, "Oh, I want to buy 5 at 50." 92 to 97% of those guys were losing money, and they were paying to be at the exchanges, right? Don't be fooled by even that crap. So what that means is, what's liquidity? Someone, and again, I'm not saying market's manipulated because I don't believe it is. What that means is the herd is usually wrong, and someone is using them to fill their orders, right? But that's the way it goes. It's the way it's a market, right? You need a buyer for a seller, and whoever has the most power wins, right? And there's a documentary on YouTube, because it's not against us. It's against the institution versus institution. Look up the documentary $1 Billion Day. You'll see it. You'll see it. It's a whole new world.
Right, folks. So there you have it. He did 108%, I think, was the closing balance, but it was up to 109 at one point. Kind of crazy stuff there. I was quite blown away when I did see the end figure. I didn't realize it when I first watched it. Now, what's the best way for traders to get hold of you?
So you can find me on Instagram at wait, what was it?
ON?
Yeah, Andres Charts. So ONDRES Charts. Yeah, I'm really just on Instagram.
Awesome. What we'll do is we'll hook a link up below the video to that.
Yeah.
And we'll also see
chartartisttrading.com. Totally forgot about that.
Check that out as well. Check out chartartisttrading.com. All right, folks, enough from me. Thank you for watching. Remember, while you're down there, hit subscribe, like, and that notifications bell, and we'll see you in the next video. Tired of missing trades or spending hours at the charts? Introducing my Robot Builders Club. With our platform, you can build bots in minutes, not weeks, without any coding required. Get lifetime access to my video course, VIP community, and over 40 ready-made robots. Works with MT4 or MT5, and as a bonus, you'll get 3 months access to my robot lab, where we build and test bots on live calls every week. Join the hundreds of traders who are trading smarter, not harder. Click the link in the description to learn more, get the free training, and download a free robot.